good people, good viewers of the Citizens Mike podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good everything. Hoping that you guys are doing quite okay. It is another beautiful day that we are joined by one Honorable David Sankok. Yeah, so today we said let's make our way to the office of Mheshimiwa so that now we can have a talk around what is happening in our country, what he does, and where he comes from. So I am right here. This is Hazina Trade Center, yes, right here in Nairobi Central Business. Yes, and I am joined by Honorable here. Mheshimiwa, how are you this morning?
I'm very fine, Tricia.
Yes.
Yes, and welcome to our offices. This is the office of the East African Legislative Assembly in Kenya. We are 9 of us elected through Parliament because members of East African Legislative Assembly are elected members in different party tickets,
yes,
depending on their strength in Parliament. So UDA was lucky to get 5 out of 9. ODM had 3 and Jubilee had 1. So total is 9 of us. We have 8 countries, member states, from Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of South Sudan, United Republic of Tanzania, Federal Republic of Somalia. So with 9 members for each, for 8 countries, it will become a total of 72.
Wow.
And then we have ex-official members. Those are ministers responsible for East Africa from every country. Those are 8 of them. But they are members of Parliament sworn in, but they have no voting rights. We also have the Attorney General,
yes,
whom we call the CTC, also sitting in Parliament, and the Secretary General of EAC. But all of them are ex-official members. So welcome to our offices in Nairobi. We also have our headquarters in Arusha. Yes.
I was surprised. I didn't know that your offices are right here at the Central Business District.
Every member of IALA have one office in their own capital city.
Yes.
And then another one in Arusha, being our now main headquarters.
So now, before we get to, maybe you give us just a brief of what happens in IALA. Before we get to that, maybe there's somebody who is watching you for the first time on this podcast. You can just give us a brief of who you are, where you come from, yes, and how you got to be where you are right now.
My name is David Sankok, of course popularly known as the global geopolitician. But there was a time I was called nominee 001 when I was nominated to represent a person with disability in the Kenya National Assembly.
Yes.
And also I have been the chairman National Council for Persons with Disability. And at one time I was the SONU president. My office was just right there because
yes, it's just
right
behind us here. Yes.
Yeah, I was the SONU president, being deputized by Irungu Kangata, governor of Muranga.
Yes.
And also I am now the chairman, East African Council for Persons with Disabilities.
Yes.
And that is whom I am.
Wow. So,
and I'm a father, I'm a husband.
Yes.
Of one?
Yes.
Yes.
Or one, eh?
Yes.
Okay. You know, our African culture and especially the Kenyan culture, most of the time we've had this culture of having...
No, the door is still open.
Oh, okay. Yes. So the door is still open.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Wide open.
Okay. So now, even before we get to the procedures or what the business of the East African IALA, yes, before we get there, tell us the procedures of electing people to that parliament, because I've heard people complain here in our country saying that the procedure is not competitive enough.
The procedure is totally competitive. It's an election. You know, in every election,
yes,
there are 3 ways of election. One of them is consensus. Wakati tulikuwa na mambo ya mlolongo style.
Yes.
Consensus type of election. Even in parliament, when they put a question, the aye and the nay, then the ayes or the nays can have it. That is kind of type of consensus, type of an electoral process. There is also an electoral process where the citizen themselves directly elect their representative. And that is the case of electing MCAs, members of parliament, senators, governors, and the president in Kenya. But there is also another third way of election, which is an electoral college. In our case, for members of East Africa Legislative Assembly, they are elected by an electoral college called parliament. In the American style, the president of America is elected not directly by the people, but by the Congress. So it is an electoral college that elect the president of the United States of America. So because for us, we are actually representative of the representative of the people. So we are you are member of parliament.
Yes.
Elected me on your behalf, so that I can represent the whole country in East Africa.
Yes.
Yes, because it will have been very difficult for us to have a member of parliament elected in Narok to represent Kenya. Yes.
Yes.
And if we had then an election like the presidential election where all Kenyans elect members of East Africa Legislative Assembly, it will have been too expensive for Kenya, because it will be like having 10 presidential elections, 9 for East Africa and 1 for the president. So we are elected the same way the president of America is elected, by an electoral college. In this case, is parliament and senate. The speaker of the National Assembly is elected by an electoral college called National Assembly. The speaker of the Senate by the senators. So that is how we are elected. And we are elected by, first of all, nomination.
Yes.
Just the way a normal election happened. Party primaries. For us, we had our party primaries in State House. And then with the UDA party. Then we are picked, 15 of us. We went to compete now in parliament. And 5 of us were lucky enough. The same way Jubilee, because it had 1 slot, went for party primaries, elected 3, whom they gave to parliament.
Okay.
Now parliament elect 1 from the 3. And then for the ODM, they had 12 of candidates they have picked from the party primaries.
Yes.
And then parliament elected 3 out of the 9 of them. The 9 of them.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you feel there is a better or a fairer way of such proceedings?
Absolutely no. There is no.
There isn't. Way. Yeah, because I've heard so many times people saying that, like for example, we have children of the who is who. Yes. Being elected in those positions, like we can tell we have Kalonzo Musyoka's son.
So what will
also have.
What will they have done better if it was the people electing directly? They have elected Obu, who is the brother to Raila Odinga. They have elected Ruth Odinga, the sister to.
They say it's just a reward system. Yes.
So it is.
They are saying it's just a reward system. Yes.
Even the citizens themselves reward. There was a time Moi himself was in parliament together with Gideon Moi and Jonathan Moi, 2 sons. So it is just a reflection of how the country elect their own leaders. So there was a time Jaramogi Odinga was in parliament together with Raila.
Together with his son.
Yes. So the same way now, the son of Kalonzo is elected. They say the daughter of Raila is elected, but it's a competitive process. It's a competitive process. Just the way. If the citizen blame maybe parliament for electing the daughter of Raila Odinga, then let us blame the citizen for electing the brother of Raila Odinga, Oburu. So the same way we are pointing fingers at parliament is the same way parliament can point fingers at the citizen. Yes.
Wow.
How do you elect a father and son in
the same parliament?
Odinga, Raila Odinga. The citizen.
Well, I think it is a practice that is happening across even East Africa.
Because in the world,
actually in the world, because the other day we heard about the country where now Yala officers are we heard about the president and is it a son-in-law or what?
Yes.
Somebody in the same parliament.
It is a practice. In fact, we are better off now because we are more democratic. Long time ago, it was kings whom sons were inherited directly.
Family affair.
Yes, the Maasai had Mbatye, who was inherited by Lonana and Sente, who had the sons. You know, we used to have that kind of kingship or the hierarchy or anarchy. But now we are better. At least we give our people a chance. But if you are better, we should not punish you because you are a son of a president. Why should you really punish Nick if Nick Ruto? Even if the father is the president.
Is the president.
If he contests for the Senate of Nairobi and he have all the qualities, it is the citizen now to choose. So if members of parliament decided that Winnie Odinga was in a better position, he was not elected because of the father. Yes, because if it was because of the father, then there was no need of an election. The father will have appointed. It's not an appointive position. It's not a nominative position. It is an elective position.
Okay. That's fair enough. Now back to that house. How is business usually conducted there? And for example, now the representation that we are having there for Kenya, I just want to understand maybe a brief of maybe some of the policies that you guys have pushed and that are just beneficial to us and even as East Africa as a whole.
Please let me just take you through. In fact, Kenyans should now take advantage, and I thank you for giving me this platform to be able to speak to Kenyans.
Yes.
To take advantage of the East African community. You know, East African community is a community of 350 million people. That is a potential market bigger than the United States of America.
Yes.
United States of America have a population of 330 million people. But East Africa have 350 million people. East Africa is strategically placed because we are sandwiched between major oceans.
Yes.
Atlantic Ocean to the west, Indian Ocean to the east, and the Gulf of Eden.
Yes.
Through Somalia.
Yeah.
Meaning we can do business to the far east, that is India, China, and the rest of the far east through Indian Ocean.
Yes.
We can do business to the far west, that is North America and South America, through the Atlantic Ocean through Kinshasa.
Yes.
We can do business with the Middle East together with Europe through the Gulf of Eden and eventually through the Suez Canal. So we are the only economic bloc that is strategically
positioned
and positions. Secondly, we have 6,500 kilometers of coastline, meaning seafood to us should be available throughout. We have 38 very big freshwater lakes. One of the freshwater lakes that we have is the second freshwater lake in the world. Lake Tanganyika is the deepest freshwater lake in the world. We have countless rivers.
Yes.
A very good example is the longest river in the world, River Nile.
Yes.
Emerged from our place. The second largest river in the world in terms of water volume is River Congo. So you can imagine how we can take advantage of the blue economy. So having said that, surely we should take advantage. We have 1.4 billion acres of land, and we don't have a desert. Sahara Desert is not within.
It's not really.
Kalahari Desert is not in East Africa. All our land is arable for agriculture, livestock rearing, forestry, tourism because of the ecosystem that we have. We have favorable climate, tropical climate, highlands, lowlands, grasslands, name all of them. So we should actually take advantage of our East African economic bloc, which will eventually become one of the building blocks of the United States of Africa. But as we expand, because when we went there, we were only 5 countries. We admitted further 3 countries: DRC, Federal Republic of Somalia, and the Republic of South Sudan. So that is how we are.
Okay.
Now in Parliament, we try as much as possible to build consensus. Because we are not yet where we wanted to be. Because according to our treaty, we have 4 main pillars: the custom union, the common market protocol, the political union protocol, and the monetary union protocol. Fortunate enough, we have been able to implement 2 of them, which is custom union and the common market. Custom union means free movement of people.
Yes.
With their services. You can imagine, if you check your passport, it's not a Kenyan passport. It is an East African
East Africa,
passport.
yes, sure.
meaning we have one identity card. There are countries that you can cross using your ID card, national identity card.
Yes.
Like from Kenya to Uganda to Republic of South Sudan, you can use your identity
You only
card.
use your ID.
Yes, but other countries, because of security features, the IDs have not reached a threshold for having security features that can be detected by machines, so that we know where you are at any given time. But we no longer have a Kenyan passport, a Uganda passport, Tanzania passport.
Yes.
It is a East African passport issued in Kenya. Just like your national identity card is issued from your county, mine is a Kenyan identity card issued
from your county.
Narok County.
Yes.
But for the East African passport, issued in Uganda, issued in Kenya, but it is an East African. So we have implemented the custom union. In terms of common market, it is common knowledge, and Kenyans know
Yes.
that you see in our roads trucks from Uganda with Uganda number plate, from Rwanda, from all over. We have two main corridors. That is the central corridor from Dar es Salaam, Dodoma, Bujumbura, Kigali, all the way to Kinshasa. And then we have the northern corridor from Mombasa, Nairobi, Malaba, Kampala, Mbarara, Tekatuna, Kigali, all the way to Kinshasa.
Yes.
So, and we have the lab set that is not yet fully complete to make sure that we move our goods from one region, from one member state to another, without a lot of hurdles. So it's a seamless movement. So we have implemented those two protocols. We have nowadays one-stop border posts that all our immigration from both countries are in one house, so that our movement of people and goods is actually seamless. Now, what we have not implemented is the political union that will give us a country called East Africa with one constitution and one sovereignty. At the moment, every country enjoy their own sovereignty and with their own constitution. Teresa, I have to be very sharp, and all those members of IALA have to be very progressive and very sharp, because you have to read 9 constitutions, 8 of each member state, and the treaty.
Yes.
So when we make laws, that's why we have to build consensus. We have to align with 9 constitutions, 8 from each member state, and the treaty that bind us as East Africa. We have also not implemented the monetary union, which we believe will implement by 2031, of having one single currency called the East African Peso. So we have already put measures in place, because trying to harmonize our local currency is quite a bit difficult, because Kenya shilling exchange to the dollar at a rate of 128.
Yes.
But the Uganda shilling exchange rate is 3,500. So harmonizing also take time, and having the statistic bureau to be able to harmonize them. But we have put all the policy, we have put all the institution statistic bureau in place.
So do you think by 2021, because now
2031.
By 2031, do you think that the currencies, because we are talking about the exchange rate, the Kenyan shilling, the Ugandan shilling, do you think now, because I think this also goes hand in hand with the economy of each country, do you think by that time you would have the economy of all these countries will be at par?
No, they will not be at par.
Yeah.
But we will. That is why we have the Statistic Bureau. We have passed the Act. They have already been signed into law, so that we can harmonize and have the East African Central Bank, which will now harmonize depending on just the European Union way. We have the euro.
Yes.
So once we have the East African Peso, which I believe will be stronger than the dollar, and then we will be able to compete with others. Because, Tracy, sometimes I still believe we are under what we call political, socio-economic neocolonialism.
Sure.
Because that is Lillian Towers. It have a hotel. You request them their prices, they will give you in US dollars. I'm yet to meet a hotel in New York City or Washington DC that will tell me their price in Kenya shillings. So you can imagine how we are being.
Yes.
Imagine Triza, if you today you move from here to go to Uganda. You are a business lady.
Yes.
Who want to buy maize. The first thing you will do is to change the Kenya shillings
convert, yes,
into dollars at a fee. Once you are in Uganda, that mama mboga who is selling you the maize does not understand the US dollars. So you have to convert the US dollars to Uganda shillings at a fee.
Yes.
So the Americans reap where they have not sown. Because if they charge you, you convert 2 times. And each time you are losing 5%. You end up losing 10%. So our inter-country trade between Kenya and Uganda, if it is 7 trillion, we end up using 700 billion to the Americans.
Okay.
Na bilibili wasioila inawachia nini? They are not the producers or the sellers of those maize. They are not the buyers.
They are reaping from where they didn't sow.
They didn't sow. So that is why we actually want to have the East African
I think
PESA.
that will be a good progress.
And lastly, as you have asked me, how we make law, we try to build consensus. For me, since I went there, I have been able to push around 4 bills, which are very beneficial not only to Kenya but to the whole of East Africa, because I am now East Africa. I am very loyal to East Africa because that is where I am.
Yes.
So whichever law I make, it may have bias towards our country, but being an East Africa, it should be beneficial to the 8 member states. So one of the laws is the utilization of the blue economy. So we call it the Blue Economy Bill of 2023, which we managed to pass in Kigali when our sitting was in Kigali, that I am the one who sponsored. So the Blue Economy Bill, generally is very simple. 38 freshwater lakes. And what do we do with the freshwater lakes? Tunatumia kuosha nayo magari. Are you getting?
Yes.
While we can really reap from it by taking advantage of it through tourism. I can give you an example of Lake Geneva, which is a man-made lake, attracting 2 million tourists annually.
Yes.
Yes? Ours ni kuosha nayo magari. We should reap from the tourism sector because of these 38 freshwater lakes. Some of them, like Lake Bogori, with hot springs. Some of them with flamingo, like Naivasha, like Lamandaita, like Natural. You see, we can really take advantage of the tourism.
Oh, but do you think we need the East African Parliament to be able, to harness them economically, our lakes, our resources within our countries?
That is why that Blue Economy Bill. And apart from tourism, we can also use it for water transport.
Yes.
Water transport is the cheapest and the safest mode of transport. And if you are in Kisumu and you decide to use water transport, you can travel to 7 cities. Kampala, Jinja, Endebe, Mwanza, Homabay, and the rest, without the need of a highway. And when you have a highway, you have to build the highway,
yes,
and maintain the highway. Na wakati wa maandamano watafunga highway, lakini hakuna waandamanaji wanaenda kufunga Lake Victoria ama Indian Ocean. So if we can harness in terms of transport, you can travel to those 7 cities without the need of a highway, and you can travel from Ngoma in Eastern DRC to Kinshasa, around 4,900 kilometers using River Congo. You can travel from Kisumu to Juba using Lake Victoria and River Nile, 3,900 kilometers, which we don't need to construct a road.
Yes.
Unfortunately, through political, socio-economic neocolonialism, we have been diverted to using road transport because being poor, we have to borrow money from the Chinese World Bank so that we can build and maintain those roads, and we remain under neocolonialism. Traveling from Mogadishu, why should I need a highway if I'm going to Dar es Salaam instead of using Indian Ocean? And no one vessel that carry 1,000 people will have one captain, yes, and one engine, yes.
Yes.
But if you have to transport 1,000 people through roads, you need 30 buses.
Yeah, quite expensive.
30 engines, 30 drivers, 30 carbon emissions. So you can imagine it is cheaper. So we earnest on that. We earnest also in terms of food, in terms of fishing, because freshwater lakes have fish together with our oceans that I have told you, the Gulf of Aden, the Indian Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. We can also harness through irrigation. Those being freshwater lakes, then we can use irrigation instead of depending on rain-fed agriculture with the climate change.
So as we wind up on the IALA business, so there's, I remember you've touched about the customs union and also the political union.
Yes.
And then you just reminded me of sometimes back when Tanzania were just preparing for their elections, Uganda was preparing for their elections.
Yes.
We had Kenyans who crossed over from Kenya to Tanzania, and we saw what happened. Yeah, one of them being our senior, Martha Karua. Yes, so people had questions. They were asking, what is the purpose of this IALA if they cannot really try to come up with a solution around the cross-border interactions and all that?
No, we have the solutions, but unfortunately, I will politely tell our grandmother, Mother Karua, that every country still maintain their sovereignty, and we still have immigration, border posts, and even in the airports.
Yes.
So they have the right to admit or not to admit you. We cannot export our activism to neighboring countries until that time we become one state, until we implement the political union protocol and the monetary union protocol. We still have to respect the constitution of an individual state, and that when you go to Tanzania, you are now under not the constitution of Kenya, the constitution of Tanzania. If citizens of Tanzania cross to Kenya, they will be guided by the constitution of Kenya. If you drive in the Republic of Rwanda, you keep right. You don't say in Kenya we keep left. And you export your activism and export the Kenya constitution to that state until that time when we have a single country. Like now Kenya, we have several county governments. But from Nairobi to Nakuru, another county, you don't have to pass through custom, you don't have to pass through immigration, you don't have to pass through a border post, because we are one country.
Yes.
But in East Africa, every state still maintain their sovereignty. So what I request our civil society and activists, please, let us respect the sovereignty of each country. And if any country in East Africa need our external assistance when they have election dispute or whatever, just the way we had in 2007, 2008 post-election violence, it is done in a structured manner. We had our own share of those violence after election, but in a structured manner, we admitted Benjamin Mkapa and Kofi Annan to come and mediate. But you can't just wake up from your bed when you are just a grandmother or I don't know who, without any structured manner, and jump and say, East Africa, we are one. We are one in terms of common market and custom union. Political union, we are not yet there. So let us have that respect of the sovereignty of each state. When they need our help, they will call us. At that time, Honorable Maina Karobi, who is a member of East African Legislative Assembly and was the chairman of the committee in charge of East Africa integration, yes, was there monitoring the election in a structured manner. So let's just not rush like in a Mwangi and other, activism, maintain your own country. When we had a Gen Z protest, did they interfere with us? When we rejected the BBI, did they come and question why we rejected? No. So let us not interfere with internal.
We respect them.
We respect them, and we respect their sovereignty. And once you cross the border, be under the law of that country, under the constitution of that country. Observe that constitution. If it says drive at 30 kilometers per hour, that is what it is. If it says in that country, they keep left when they are driving or keep right when they are driving, that is how you will observe.
Weshimiwa, what is your submission around this Ebola issue? I hear that people are politicizing it big time, and the issue of America trying to have a facility right here in our own country. How do you look at it?
Political, socio-economic neocolonialism. That is the stupidest thing. I'm sorry, I will use the strongest terms that I've ever had of any independent and any sovereign state. As a medic, a pandemic is handled from the source. And quarantine mean close up that area and treat people for that particular area. But quarantine to political, socio-economic neocolonizers, to them, quarantine means exporting the pandemic to poor countries at the expense of giving them 1.7 billion. No life in Kenya is worth 1.7 billion or any amount of money. And Mwenyezi Mungu akiabudu. Yaani tumefikia hapo. Kinga imefika hapo. An American citizen get Ebola in DRC. From DRC to America is just crossing the Atlantic Ocean. And it is to the west. Laikipia and Kenya is to the east. And to come to Laikipia and Kenya, you have to cross Rwanda and then Uganda to come here.
Yes.
So, one, America is in the east, to the west of DRC. Kenya is to the east of DRC. So, Nanyuki is not en route to America. Thirdly, we are not well advanced medically than America. So if they have to export the pandemic, if the world quarantine have changed its meaning from the dictionary, then pick the American citizen with Ebola, take them to America, where there is advanced medical services. But bring to Kenya, there is no logical explanation. There is nothing that can explain to us. And I tell Kenyans, I'm a member of UDA. And I remain in UDA. But I will tell Kenyans, for the sake of your own lives, fight against importation of Ebola to Kenya. Mimi mwenyewe sitawahi kubali. Na sioni sababu ya mtu wa Amerika kupata Ebola DRC. Wanashindwa kutibu DRC. Wanaamua kupeleka to a better facility. Better facilities are in America. And they are to the west of DRC.
So why do you think as a country it's difficult for us to turn down such offers or requests from the Americans?
Probably I will ask you that question instead of you asking me. Lakini mimi nimesema nimekataa katika jina la Yesu. Na I call all Kenyans to fight for their own rights, because he is infringing into our rights. We are not under political, social, economic.
Is that facility not beneficial to Kenyans? Maybe it's
we have no problem.
Yes.
You understand Kenyans?
Yes.
We have no problem of having an Ebola center. We can have Ebola centers as many as possible. But when citizens of Kenya or foreigners get Ebola within our borders, we will take them to these centers. Because quarantine means close up that place, treat people within that place. So if Americans who live in Kenya get Ebola, they will benefit from that quarantine center in Laikipia. The same way we will benefit as citizens of Kenya. But when we get Ebola within our borders. If anybody get Ebola in DRC, and DRC situation because of instability or medical services is not safe, then if they are Kenyans, bring them to Kenya.
Yes.
If they are American, take them to America. So we are not against the quarantine centers.
Okay.
What we are saying, we will not accept the American Ebola patients not to be taken to America but to be brought to Nanyuki. We are saying no, and a big no. Because hakuna explanation yote. There is no explanation. There is no logic. There is nothing you can tell me medically. Wanatakiwa kuletwa upande. We can only say wanajaribu kutucolonize ama wanajaribu to take advantage of our poor situation, that we are a poor nation. But we can tell them we may be poor, but we have some little pride left in us.
Okay.
Ati kulete a patient of Ebola na ni America badala ya kupeleka ya America tunaleta hapa. Let me tell you. And you know the place is even worse, like people. You know? Is it the Nanyuki airbase?
It's there.
The Nanyuki airbase, we have had some stories about the people called the Johnnies. These soldiers who move around and impregnate our ladies around there. So you can imagine Ebola imeletwa pale. In the process of coming to plant human seeds, they also plant Ebola among the population. Sasa tell me, how do you separate Nanyuki airbase with the general population? Ule daktari atatibu pale, lazima atatutokezea. Ule mwanajeshi mwenye hapo pale, baada atakuja kununua kwa supermarket, baada atakuja kuingia kwa mandege wakienda. A pandemic is well handled medically as a medic from the source. And that is why we have normally quarantine. Quarantine means restrict movement. Why? Because of money. Until now, quarantine means enhance movement. And towards poor countries. You are doing bad.
Weshmiwa, we are still recovering from the effects of the 2024 finance bill. And here is a 2026 finance bill. And I hear already Kenyans are so mad about it. So I don't know, what is your take about this 2026 finance bill?
Tomorrow I will be traveling to the United Republic of Tanzania. Our headquarters in Arusha. The East African Legislative Assembly is also having its own fair of the finance bill and the budget process. So I have concentrated on that area. I don't know what is in the finance bill of Kenya because I have not also seen what is in the finance bill of Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, DRC, Republic of South Sudan, and Federal Republic of Somalia. So I have not seen individual countries what is in their
what they have in their specific.
I'm not aware of that.
Specifically, the one for Kenya. Because Kenyans have issues with But you must have heard why Kenyans are complaining outside here about Ujasikia kabisa, ujasoma.
Mimi nasoma hii finance bill yetu ya East Africa. Lakini hata leo sijalala nikisoma. So hiyo sijasikia.
But then before you get there you need to read the one for your own country. What is affecting your family?
No. I represent Africa Mashariki. So kama ni kusoma ya Kenya lazima nisome ya nchi yote nani. Kwa hivyo hiyo sijui.
Okay. So now you just said that you are a member of UDA.
Kabisa.
And of course, kwa sasa.
Yes, lakini mimi ni mfugaji wa kuhamahama. Na unajua nature ya wafugaji wa kuhamahama ni kuangalia pahali imenyesha, ndio wahame in search of pastures and water, na that is culture. Na culture iko ndani yetu, na kubadilisha culture ni ngumu. So culturally tumeingia ndani ya siasa tukiwa na hiyo tabia tu ya kuhamahama. Sisi wakati mwingine wafugaji tulikuwa Kadu, tukaenda Kanu, tukahama kutoka Kanu, tukaenda sijui ilikuwa inaitwa LDP, kutoka LDP tukaingia ODM, kutoka ODM tukaingia UDM, kutoka UDM tukaingia URP tukaenda Jubilee, kutoka Jubilee tukaingia Tanga Kenya Kwanza. Sasa hizi nasikia tuko broad based government. So ni tabia. So mimi kama mfugaji wa kuhamahama kwa sasa niko UDA. Lakini mvua hali itanyesha pia na mvua kwa siasa ni wananchi. Mvua pastures kwa wanasiasa ni wananchi. So let the people decide. So kwa niko kwa UDA kwa sasa.
You still being in UDA, the governing administration right now.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, Kenyans have really complained about the the hardship in terms of the economy, cost of living, and so many other things. So if you had that opportunity to correct something around the administrative government right now, what would you change?
I don't have the opportunity.
You don't have the opportunity for now. Yes.
But if I get the opportunity, ya kwanza ni barabara. Unajua, in roads there is always what we call fuel levy.
Sure.
So annually all roads should be maintained by putting a layer of tar ambayo ni kama mafuta. Ikataze maji kuingia ndani so that water does not seep inside the base.
Yes.
Because when the base is dry and compact, that road will maintain without potholes, will remain without potholes. But unfortunately enough, for the last, I think, 3 years, our roads have not been really recarpeted. So water have seeped into the base. And I'm sorry to inform you, in the next 6 months, after the coming El Nino, because we heard that El Nino will be coming, we will lose 12,000 kilometers of tarmac road out of the 17,000 that we built since independence. And once we lose, they will be beyond repair. We have to redo from afresh 12,000 kilometers of tarmac road. So if you did 17,000 kilometers of tarmac road for 70 years, then it means these 12,000 kilometers which we are losing in the next 6 months, we will have to redo it in 50 years. That is the unfortunate thing. So we may not see the hardship. We may see only the fuel levy. But worse is coming. Worse is coming, especially in terms of roads.
But
lastly,
yes,
it's unfortunate that in the leadership of the Ministry of Roads and Transport, we have had villagers coming with their village mentality into that ministry and against professional advice of civil engineers. They are trying to make quick money, and in an already constructed road, the quickest way of making money is through construction of bumps, unnecessary bumps. So you can imagine, surely, a road, I can take an example. Wayaki Way all the way to Kitaru is a 6-lane highway with footbridges and underpasses for human traffic. It is also part of the East African Northern Corridor. But because somebody with a village mentality, whose village umwe ikigongwa na gari kesho wako na wheelbarrow kuweka bumps ya mara kwa barabara ya lami, they have come with that mentality. They have placed bumps above underpasses and below the footbridges in a 6-lane highway that have a brick wall in between the traffic. So you can imagine kuambia wananchi, kuambia magari slow down so that wananchi wa cross wakichanga gari sita na waende waruke ukuta wawache kupita underpass ama wawache kupita footbridge. I don't think there is any stupid idea more than that one. Sijui kama watu wako na akili nyingine ama hiyo tu because kama ni hiyo ndio wako nayo then we are worse is yet to come. You can also imagine between Wayaki Way up to Kitaru, if you travel through that road, there's a lot of traffic jam because at every 100 meters there are unnecessary bumps. Braking for unnecessary bumps will wear faster the brake pads. Because of the shock absorbers. Instead of lasting for 6 months, they will now last only for 3 months.
Yes.
That is a total economic sabotage. Because you can imagine the millions of vehicles, not only Kenya vehicles, being the East Africa, part of East Africa Northern Corridor. You are affecting vehicles for 8 countries. You are making sure that they are brake pads. You know, a total economic sabotage. So I can tell you, we may be so much as Kenyans focused on the increased fuel prices, the increased food prices, but I can tell you, the Ministry of Roads have totally failed us. We will have to redo 12,000 kilometers of tarmac road. That means we have to take 50 years to be able to redo what they have done.
Mheshimiwa, the president is on record launching roads every other day, across the country.
Congratulations to him.
And Kenyans also have issues with the levy that you're talking about, which is part of the taxes that are increasing the cost of fuel in our country, and especially with consideration of what is happening economically in this country. I don't know, what is your take when we say like the expressway? People are paying extra levies for the use of those expressways, yet we also have the infrastructure fund that is also supposed to cater for such developments. We are taking loans everywhere to cater for such things. What is your take on that?
Mimi nakazirika tu kwa sababu yeye mababu zinadai kwa nastari na hiyo barabara 12,000 kilometers zenye taaribika. Hii nyingine hata nyinyi muangalie, uliza mbunge mwingine.
Mambo na mafuta, you have no say.
When we were in UDN campaigning, we did not really see the rationale of fuel in Uganda being cheaper than fuel in Kenya. Yet, fuel in Uganda passes through Kenya.
When you were in?
I have not compared recently, but if I compare, I'll come and call you and tell you what is happening.
We can just get somebody to tell us the prices, because we are our cost is more compared to the.
Those may be rumors.
Not really.
No, I'll have to see myself. But what I am telling you,
yes,
while we were campaigning in UDA,
yes,
we do not see the rationale of fuel in Uganda or Rwanda being cheaper than fuel in Kenya. Yet the fuel in Uganda passes through Kenya. Currently, I have not tried to compare. When I compare, I will call you and I'll come for the interview. So wait for that time, please.
So most definitely, you should also still not see the need why Uganda's fuel should be cheaper than Kenya's fuel. So, Weshmu, I have another question for you here, and this is around. You have been accused of being a Gachagua mole in the government. I don't know, what do you have to say about that?
Unfounded claims. Gachagua, we were together in parliament and we entered the 12th parliament as monos, both of us. We shared a cordial relationship with him. But since that time, when he became the deputy president, I saw him once. He was the deputy president. Now he's in the opposition. Accidentally, I bumped into him when I met him in Kanini Gega's mother's burial. Kanini Gega is a colleague. I had to attend that burial. The former deputy president, or the second president of the Republic of Kenya, was there. And naturally, we exchanged some cordial greetings as friends.
Yes.
But that is up to them. I am a UDA diehard for now. Because my President William Ruto and my boss may decide to contest in ODM ticket in the coming election. Kibaki won in a NAC ticket.
Yes.
But in the next election, he contested on a PNU ticket. Uhuru Kenyatta won on a TNA ticket. And in the next election, he contested on a Jubilee ticket. So, what makes President William Ruto different? He may decide to contest on another party ticket, and I'll follow him there. So that is why I'm saying, me and William Ruto are in UDA for now.
That's for now.
Lakini mfugaji wa kwa mama iko ndani yangu na ndani yangu na iko ndani ya William Ruto. So, tumekuwa tukihama tu na yeye. Nimekuwa nikifuata yeye tu. So I may also follow him. Yes.
So let's just get now to the local politics. Like for now, what do you think the Ma community will be looking at in terms of the next president, the next government?
Just like any other Kenyan, development. Yes, promises that will be implemented.
Has the current government done enough for the Ma people?
Is there anything that is called enough? I know you are very rich, but we are still here looking for money.
We're still looking for money.
Ruto is still looking for money. The Kenyatta family is still looking for money. So what is enough? So unless you one day describe to me what is enough, then I will answer you if the Ama people have got enough.
Well, has it done? Okay. I want to rephrase it, but I can't get the exact one. Yeah. So what is the inclination of the Ma people right now as we speak politically?
The campaign have not started. We have not seen manifestos. But at the moment, most of our leaders are UDA elected leaders, including myself, Governor of Narok, members of Parliament from Narok, at least almost 50% are from UDA. From Kajiado, the governor is from ODM, and ODM is in broad-based government. From Samburu, the governor is a UDA governor, and most of the MPs also are there. So at the moment, but we are yet to scrutinize manifestos that will be launched very soon as we go to 2027 election. And there is no permanent enemy, no permanent friend. In politics, only permanent interest, and the interest we have is the interest for our people to get development. Yeah, we are not sibling to any political party. No. We are in a political party because it is ready to fulfill the promises and to make sure that our people get development, not handouts. Yes. So if they get, well and good. So that is what we are. But we are, since we are not relatives, we are not siblings to any political party, that we will remain forever as siblings. We only have interest. And that interest, if it is not fulfilled, then there is no permanent friend or permanent enemy. An enemy can become a political enemy can become a friend.
Sure.
A political friend can become an enemy. You remember Gachagua?
Yeah.
They were buddies with William Ruto.
Yeah, good buddies actually.
Politically.
Yes.
But they have now become the worst of enemies politically. The same with the Raila Odinga. They were the worst of enemies. Mwingine alikuwa anaita mwingine mzee wa kitandawili. Mwingine anaita mwingine mwizi. All of a sudden, they are big brothers politically. So in politics, there is no permanent friend and permanent enemy, only permanent interest. So even me, the only interest I have is for my people. And if my people are not given what they want,
yes,
then my political friend will become my political enemy. And I have two constituencies: the Maasai constituency and the person with disability constituency. You can imagine, while I was in the person with disability movement, yes, as a chairman, National Council for Person with Disability, which have already been taken over by Elizabeth Chesang.
Yes.
As a member of parliament representing person with disability, which is already taken by Bishop Jackson Koskei and Harold Kipchumba. Yes? Person with disability during my time, we made sure that they don't pay taxes. They import vehicle duty free. Sign language is the third official language in Kenya. There is a very important performance contract indicator called disability mainstreaming in all ministries and departments and agencies of government. We have access to government procurement opportunities as persons with disability. Persons with disability are represented in county assemblies and in parliament through nomination. Persons with disability are represented in all boards of institutions and state corporations. But since I left, I have not seen any other thing that have been added. All the things that I left there as the ones that are still there. But persons with disability have more needs. Like the performance contract indicator have been removed. While I was Chair National Council for Persons with Disability, we used to give bursary through the National Council for Persons with Disability and other well-wishers.
Yes.
Bursary to children with disability in primary, 17,000, secondary, 55,000, university, 70,000. I've had they no longer receive. So it's a question mark where it went. So for me, you are my friend if the interest of my people is being fulfilled.
So now, given a chance, you would say that there should be an overhaul of the representation of the people with disability in the country right now.
Probably they will table what they have achieved above what we achieved while we were there with Honorable Mora. If there is nothing, then the natural thing to do is to overhaul. But if they can't, because I have not been here for a long time, lakini unajua pia mimi ni mlemavu, kwa hivyo hata mimi ningepata hiyo benefit. Lakini wacha tu tuwapatie benefit of doubt. Labda kuna kitu kingine wameongeza up and above.
Having done such good work here in your country about the people with disability, what have you done now in the East Africa?
African disability bill, which is currently in the floor of the House, and in Arusha next week we'll pass it, waiting for assent.
What are maybe some of the key issues in that bill?
The most progressive bill, just the way we did it in Kenya. I was instrumental in the Persons with Disability Act of 2003. I was a student leader in the University of Nairobi at that time, and Kibaki was the president, and accidentally, or fortunately for us, Kibaki became temporarily person with disability. So tulikuwa naye tukisukuma maneno ya hiyo bill na akaeka kibali.
That's awesome. Now, as we wind up, there's this party called DCP of your former friend. You say he's a former friend of yours.
No, he's not a former. He's a friend.
He is a friend of yours.
But not a political party.
Yes, he has tried to court the Ma votes. He's been trying to court the Ma community to get some votes. How do you look at DCP as a party? Because courting them. Yeah, courting. You've had him.
We are more than Mashemeji.
Cousins.
We are cousins. We are, the whole country. So,
is it a national outfit? Like he's trying to put it. The party leader tries to put it.
See you.
No, I just wanted to understand now from your perspective, from your area, from your community now, because you say there's a community, you go where your interests are.
They had a member of county assembly in Narok Town Ward, and they won. So that time I was in Uganda. We had a sitting in Uganda. So accidentally I was not here during the time of campaign. We were in Uganda for 2 months. So during the whole time of campaign, and even the election, I was still in Uganda.
But you come.
I had DCP won the Narok Town Ward.
Okay. So I think up to this moment, I would say we call it a day. We can still come again and have more.
No, let us now go to the life history.
Yes, Okay, I wanted to have it now a different conversation. So we call it a day in terms of politics and what you are doing, and then now we can come back to now your story. I think when we were starting, I had asked to you give us a story of how you started, how you got to be where you are right now. Maybe this is now the right moment. Maybe you tell us.
Yes, thank you very much. And again, I will say thank you for giving me this opportunity. I will tell you about my life story. Just the way people write their biography as a motivational tool to somebody who may be going through what I went through at the early age, so that we can motivate, because ours while we are in this world is to inspire and motivate. And from where I came from, I think my story for progressive thinkers, it will be a motivational tool and an inspirational tool. But of course, we don't lack a few who are jealous with negative energy. It will be like blowing my own trumpet. Because there's a thin line between the biblical giving testimony, toa ushuhuda, and government declare your wealth or net worth. And the autobiography and blowing your own trumpet. There is a thin line between all those things. It depends on where you are standing from. If you are standing on a rock of jealousy and negative energy, then my autobiography, will be blowing my own trumpet. But if you are standing on a rock of positive energy and on a rock of positive competition, then you will view my story as an inspirational, motivational tool. So it is up to you to choose. If you are also standing on the rock of ages, that is biblical. You will see my story as a testimony. Ushuhuda. So I was born in a Maasai village setup, just as a normal child without any disability, and a very active boy. And my parents were very proud of getting me. They are still alive, both of them. Linda, my mother today. And they were very happy because I was their first boy. They had 2 children earlier. And in our Maasai tradition, a boy is really valued. So when they got me, they were very happy. And for some way, I became so naughty. Probably because they treasured me and pampered me so much. I became so much naughty. Then one day there was a chief who came to the village and ordered that every family must give one boy or girl to go to school. So my father said, because he had already again gotten 3 other boys, he said, this guy is very naughty. Told them, now take this one. That time, if you are loved, you will remain within the family, take care of the livestock, But if you are too naughty, as a punishment, you will be sent to school.
So this was a punishment.
So when I was sent to school as a punishment, I also realized I'm just passing time in school, so that after circumcision, that is around the age of 16 and 17, then I become a Moran. Because that's our tradition. And go for cattle rustling to amass more wealth and make my father proud. He was a Maasai. You have first of all to be a Moran, defend the community. Because those are our army. And then raid other communities. Make your father proud by increasing the number of livestock in the homestead. That is all what we were looking forward for.
So for you, the raiding is not a problem?
That time it was not a problem.
Oh, okay.
Because traditionally,
It's a, yeah.
in fact, you are given medals, But that is what was happening, like even the Bible. All the murderers were made kings. A murderer like King David murdered Goliath. I believe God created both of them. But after murdering, he was made a king. Some people were shouting on the streets that Saul King Saul
has killed thousands, but David has killed thousands of thousands, tens of thousands,
of murderers. So even in our own setup, people were proud of raids and get rustling because you increase your father's wealth. So that is what I was really looking forward for. So in school, I used to be positioned last, number 72 out of 72. It is only one time that I became number 71 out of 72.
What?
And I celebrated, but my celebration was cut short by the then headmaster called Tom Sange. He was the age mate of my father. He told me, young man, why are you celebrating? And there was one boy who was sick, so he did not do the exam. So that's why you are 71. You are still number last. You are 71 in the class this time because one was sick. So after that, at the age of Cholof, I got sick of pneumonia. The hospital was more than 40 kilometers away at a place called Mayala in Naivasha. So I was brought from Narok, a place called Melili. Nilikuwa nabebwa na mashuka. I was taken all the way to Mayala. So we arrived at around midnight. The doctor was asleep. He was awakened 5 times. When he woke up, he was a bit dizzy, I don't know. He injected me. And I got healed of pneumonia. But the following day, my right leg was paralyzed. Tried to jump out of bed. The leg was paralyzed. So I complained to my mother. My mother took me back to the doctor. He told my mother to go and massage me with salty water. I was massaged for 2 weeks. I did not improve. So I was taken to Gijabe Mission Hospital. We met a white doctor. And these people don't know how to lie. After thorough examination and assessment, he went to a room, brought crutches, 2 of them, and told me, learn to use these crutches because you will use them throughout your life.
Allah.
The news were devastating.
Yes, sure.
One, I was young.
12 is young.
Very energetic.
Yes.
And with still a lot of hunger to play and to jump up and down. And my ambition of becoming a Moran, raiding and extending and enlarging my father's stock, livestock, was now a mirage.
Yes.
So the news was devastating on that angle. It was also devastating on another angle, and a very important angle. Because being naughty, I had crossed paths with so many boys.
Oh.
And now going back to school on crutches will be paid back time.
Okay.
And actually that is what happened. I was beaten, left and right. The whole school celebrated.
Wow.
Now that I am a person with disability, helpless, I cannot defend myself. So they started fighting me. So young as I was, I sat down and had a conference with myself. And I said, now, the issue of becoming a Moran, and in a Maasai setup, physical energy is everything. Because looking after cows, physical energy.
Yes.
Raiding, physical energy.
Yes.
Tilling your land, if then you become agricultural, physical energy.
Yes.
Defending your livestock from wild animals, physical energy. Even surviving in that jungle, running away from lions, leopards, buffaloes, you need physical energy. So for me, there was total darkness at the end of the tunnel. But I had a conference on myself, with myself.
That is at 12.
At 12.
Uh-huh.
I sat down, I said, no. This disability affected my right leg, but not my brain, not my hands, not my mouth. So I decided now to utilize what is remaining after the disability. The ability beyond disability.
Yes.
So immediately, now that even I cannot go to the field because I'll be beaten by boys, I have to stay in classroom so that in case they try to beat me, when I shout, the teachers will hear from the staff room and save me.
Come for you.
And being in a classroom, the books are there. I became very serious in my academic. I transit from number last to position 13, 8, 3, and 1. And I led that school, Sankok Primary School, up to Kericho High School, scored straight A's, joined medical school, University of Nairobi.
Wow.
That is the use of my brain.
Wow.
Secondly, for the hands, before I joined the University of Nairobi, I went to Narok Youth Polytechnic and studied carpentry. As I speak to you, I'm a qualified carpenter. Zile viti zote za nyumba yangu mimi natengeneza. Wakati tuko recess, when we are in recess, I sit with my brother. I've shown you my brother.
Yes.
He will become the mtu wa mkono kanda ya moko. He bring for me the saw.
Yeah, everything, materials.
Everything, I make very good furnitures. So I'm a qualified carpenter. Even my own hotel or Sim Country Lodge is mostly made of timber because I'm the foreman.
Oh, okay.
Being a carpenter, so most of those buildings are actually buildings built from timber.
Yes.
Because as a carpenter, my tools of trades are timber. For the use of my mouth, which was not affected with my disability, I have to explain. Being a chairman of 5 different clubs in Kericho High School, being the school captain, and being the chairman University of Nairobi Student Association for the Disabled, NUSAC, and being the chairman of Royal Lama, that is a Maasai student organization, and eventually the biggest prize in student leadership, being the solo president, the student organization of Nairobi University president, deputized by Irungu Kangata, the current governor of Moranga. Yes, and again using my mouth without speed governor to become the chairman National Council for Persons with Disability, the nominated member of Parliament representing persons with disability between 2017 and 2022, and currently the member of Parliament East African Legislative Assembly representing Kenya and in charge of 8 countries. That is the use
That's
of my
amazing.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, so
That's amazing.
then life will not will give us challenges every now and then, but I promise all the young men that the moment you have a conference with yourself and make a decision, nothing is impossible. If I was positioned 72
yes.
last, and then all of a sudden I'm number 1, if today you make a decision that even if my family background is poor, even if I'm an orphan, and I will make it in life, you will definitely make. If Sankok from position number 72 to position 1, then who are you not to make in life?
So I think back then, there was a lot of stigma in terms of people with disability. I don't know how it was for you and right now.
That's why my first mission when I became the chairman National Council for Persons with Disability is to fight the stigma. Because I had a fair share of stigma. You can imagine walking in the streets with my crutches. Children even pick sticks and mimic my walking style. Even though I may not speak because I know they are innocent.
Yes.
But still my self-esteem is affected.
Yes, even if they are kids.
You can imagine even when crutches break and you have to crawl. And not to everywhere. You can crawl to that dirty pit latrine of a primary school and use the soiled hands to eat lunch. You can imagine the self-esteem. You can imagine when other children dash because of the rains.
Yes.
You have to be rain on. In the first lesson,
Yes.
you have to wait to dry. Yes, you'll always be behind in terms of education.
Of everything, yes.
Imagine girls used to admire me while sitting down. In fact, you will see them admiring, smiling, and
Yes. And and the way you are handsome.
the way I'm at that time, nilikuwa kama nyanya ya wakati wa mvua bwana. Sigachapa kama zaidi. Na unajua mimi niko na rangi ya pesa. Kama niona kabisa wana they admire me while sitting down. But when they see me waking up with crutches, they disappear. In fact, when I wanted to get married, because for me I had given up on girlfriends and so on.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day they keep on laughing. And they don't even understand why.
True.
Some of them even don't know if the disability have affected some other area, you know.
Or not.
When I was ready for marriage, when just I joined the University of Nairobi, there was a girl who was a very good friend of our family because our parents were close.
Yes.
We live close to each other, just a river dividing our land from their land, and we were together in the same primary school. So you have seen my struggle. So I believed and she actually understood me, the struggle and everything. So one day I met her at the river. She had come to collect firewood, and myself I've taken my father's kettle to take water.
In that state?
Yes.
Okay.
So I met her. And I called her, I told her, oh, come here, we want to talk. So I introduced myself and told her, now we are ready for marriage. You have also completed the high school. I have joined the university. We are mature enough. So I'm interested, I want to marry you. I went straight to the point.
Yes.
If you want the civilized way of marriage, we start courtship,
yes,
dating, and so on. If you want the traditional way, I can tell my father to approach your father.
Yes.
Then we go the traditional way.
Okay.
Cultural way. So she laughed and told me, sit here. So I sat under a tree. She lectured me for 3 hours. She told me, hey, because you see me smiling when I'm greeting you, you think I'm admiring you. I usually pity you because of your disability. Yes. If I want to be married, surely, and I want to be taken, to be carried, because that is the word she used in Kiswahili.
Yes.
I want to be carried to my wedding bed.
Yes.
You will carry yourself or you will carry me. How will
that
you
was
go
insensitive,
to a disco with you? How do you dance? Will you not injure me with your crutches while trying to dance? You know, she talked so many things. She even told me, look at your home and look at my home. Because then they were very rich.
Okay.
They had a Land Rover 109.
Wow.
They had 2 tractors. They had a lorry, you know, and a permanent house. But as we were in that Manyata house, so she told me, look at our house, it is permanent. I leave that house and come to our house. You know our house?
Manyata,
tulikuwa tunaona that Manyata of yours. Afadhali kama ingekuwa Manyata imesimama straight. Hii ya mama yako ni kama imebend hivi. And by the way, sijui nyumba ya mama yangu kwa nini ni kama ilikuwa ina tint hivi. Because kulikuwa na kaukweli hapo.
Yes.
So
she was not lying.
She used a Kiswahili phrase. Wewe angalia huko kwetu. Chuma yenye ziko nje ya nyumba. Kuna Land Rover, kuna Jinga, na hiyo tinga iko na haro, iko na jembe. Angalia mpaka lori iko nje. Hiyo ndio chuma sisi tuko nayo. Chuma yenye iko kwa boma yenu kubwa ni axe, ni shoka ya mama yako na labda hii crutches yako. So mimi ni mwendo wazimu, she elected for one. So in fact, if there was a day my self-esteem went to close to zero,
it was that day.
If there was a day that I saw real stigma, in fact nikaanza kuamini mimi sitaoa, nitanunua watoto. Kwa sababu kama huyu mwenye ananielewa, ameniona nikigrow up.
Yes.
Kama yeye ndiye hawezi kubali na mtu mwingine mwenye anijui. So, nikaangalia I told her 3 things. My friend, if your father is rich, the credit is to your father, not to you. If my father is poor, the blame is not to me, it is to my father.
Yes, not you.
Yes? The only time we competed with you was in school. And school, we are not in search of wealth. We are not competing for wealth. We are competing for marks.
Yes.
And I scored straight A's because there is no A+.
Yes.
You scored something closer to F. You see?
Yes.
And if I defeated you in the competition that we were, both of us, leave the competition of our fathers.
A fair competition there.
Then
not
I
even fair.
Defeat you when we go out in the world. And you will one day admire me. Even though because of your arrogance, you may not pronounce it. But you will one day admire me. And I still believe she now admires me, but her arrogance will not allow her to pronounce.
Where is she now?
She's married in Naroko, a place called Siabe. I meet her often. So whenever I meet her, I buy anything that she wants. I just give her because of her negative energy. It now gave me energy to work very hard. In fact, she actually showed me how to approach now ladies.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew when I now go to my wife, whom you will also interview today.
Yes, yes.
I strategically now kujipanga. When she accepted me ile tu ya girlfriend, nikasema kabla hajajua hii mguu ni permanent. Before she realized hii sio kuteguka. This is not a dislocation, it's a permanent disability. Then I also destabilize her. By making her pregnant every year. After several children anakuwa written off. Hakuna mtu anataka yeye kwa sababu kila mwaka alikuwa either member ama ananyonyesha. Men who come with 6 packs, they not admire somebody who is in that state. So that is a struggle. We went through that struggle and it was fairly not easy, but still it gave me a lot of energy to even struggle further.
Wow. Wow. So currently as an adult, any stigma that you face?
A lot of stigma because of course as a person with disability, currently my stigma is masked by my position now. As a member of parliament, once I introduce myself as a member of parliament, hiyo inaenda. I introduce myself, mimi ni daktari.
Hiyo imeenda.
Ndio Sankok, nimesomea Nairobi University. Hiyo pia inateremka. But people see our disability before they see us. In fact, these young men we are seeing here, when they saw me walking here, automatically they saw the crutches, they saw the disability. But as I nikuambia mimi ni daktari. Graduate from Nairobi University.
Yes.
Wanaanza kuogopa na mimi. Nianza kuexplainia huyu ndio mheshimiwa tulikuwa tunaongoja. Wakati huo ndio wanaona Now the human being.
Yes.
But before that,
and
on disability first. That's why we say you don't call us disabled. You call us person with disability. Again, nikisikia majina yenye wanatumia kiwete, kipofu, kisiwi, those are things of non-living things.
Yes.
Kitanda, you know. We may not speak.
Yes.
But the stigma is still there.
Yes.
When maybe my crutches break and I have to be carried, you know.
Yes.
Kubebwa, if you are carried like a sack of potatoes, you still feel that little stigma.
True.
Because as a human being, I have my personal space. Even with my disability, I have some little pride left in me.
Yes.
So wakati unanibeba saa zingine na kwa bahati mbaya uterese, unajua utajaribu kuniokoa nisianguke.
Yes.
So mkono itaanza to areas that is not allowed to everybody.
Okay.
But dada navumilia tu kwa sababu nikunisaidia unanisaidia.
You are funny. You are funny, mheshimiwa.
We have really to fight against it. And inatakiwa mtu mwenye ako na roho ngumu. But person with disability, I want to send a message to person with disability. There is a lot of ability beyond disability.
True.
And disability is not a qualification for you to be employed or for you to be nominated. You have to fight for that space. You have to train yourself to be employable. Wewe sema kwa sababu mimi nikiwete lazima niajiriwe kama daktari Kenyatta National Hospital surgeon. When you don't have the training, or uajiriwe kama pilot. When you don't have the training. So if we want to fight the stigma of disability, we have first of all to believe in ourselves. Discard disability as a begging tool, or disability as a profession, or disability as a qualification. Make yourself qualified to be employed. Make yourself qualified to be nominated by fighting into that political space. So we must fight for our space and unleash our ability beyond disability. The best massagers in the world are persons who are blind. Because unajua mtu mwenye ana uwezo wa kuona huwa akikusalamia baada ya 2 years atakukumbuka, because the sense of touch yake ime increase, so that they can recognize people not through vision but sometimes through smell or through touch. And since massage is touch, but how in terms of tactile it will be the best massage.
You know, it has reminded me of a saying, Swahili saying that says Mungu akikupa kilema anakupa pamoja na mwendo.
So if they become the best massagers, na unajua hata wewe umeenda massage?
Yes.
Ukienda massage si sasa ukitoa nguo unaweka kitambaa hapa kwa sababu ya kufunika.
Yes.
Sasa hii mtu haoni. Ana massage bora tu akiendesha mkono na mwambia
hapo hapana.
Hapo wenda. So and then again the people who are deaf, they're the best workers. I am very deaf in my hotel for rooms. You know, na as chefs. Kwa sababu aongee na sufuria, unaongea na sufuria, unaongea na bedsheet na vitanda huko kwa rooms. So I employ them in that area. And you know, they give their 100% manpower. Kwa sababu hata nyinyi mkipiga nduru upande ile nyingine hawasikii, wao wanaendelea na kazi yao. Unasikia? Simu hawapigi. Kila saa unaona hivi. Wanataka tu kupiga simu.
Wameshinda.
Hawasikii. So hawapigi simu. Wao wanaendelea na kazi yao. By the way, hii flower farming.
Yes.
Niliwapeleka Australia.
Yes.
Na naitanga Australia for flower grading, sorting for export. They are the best. Jaonyeshwa kazi yao tu. Hata industry kilipo kwa badele hawajasikia wanaendelea. And then lastly, wala wa wheelchair. They are the best receptionists. Ukiaka pale reception, kwanza wakati kulikuwa na ile simu enye uwezi move na.
Yes.
Watakaa tu hapo. Mtu akiingia watakuta tu hapo.
And actually now to the people outside there, to employers, you've just heard you can get good massages from people who can't hear, who can't see. Yeah. You can get good receptionists from people with wheelchair. Yeah, so that now let's stop that stigma.
Yes.
Yeah, let's give them an opportunity because they can do it. And then I like it that you're telling them that disability should not be your pass. Like you want to get things easy because you are disabled. Yeah. At least there's something that you have. There's something that you have. Mheshimiwa amesema aliumia mguu uliharibika, yes, but then he had his mouth, he had his brains, yes, and hands. So and see where he is right now. So it's also and kuna mtu by the way all well up. Everything is there intact with everything.
But professional beggar.
Nako hapo ana beg. So it's just a challenge to each and every one of us. There is something that you can do. Whatever situation that you are in, there is something that you got. Tumesema kwamba Mungu akikupa ukilema pia anakupatia mwendo. There is something that God has given you to solve your problems. So let's not give up. So I think we call it a day.
Yes.
Up to this moment, and then now we can get into another conversation with your mother, your brother. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming, Mheshimiwa. Asante sana. Asante sana. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Now tumerudi tena na mazungumzo kwa sababu yupo hapa mamake Honorable David Ole Sankok. Tunataka tu tuzungumze na yeye mawili matatu tu kuhusiana na maisha ya mheshimiwa, ndiposa tuzidi kuelimishana, tuzidi pia kutiana nguvu katika maisha haya ya kawaida. So mam, karibu sana.
Asante.
Kwa majina tunakuita nani?
Majina ninaitwa Glamatisho Sankok.
Glamatisho
Sankok.
Sankok. Oh, nice. Sasa pia wewe umetokea tu sehemu moja na kwa babake ama nyumbani kwa Sankok, kwa mheshimiwa?
Sasa kwa wangu mimi ni Kikuyu.
Oh,
kutoka kumshao kwa Mkikuyu.
Wewe ni Mkikuyu?
Hata sasa tunaendelea mlama wale nikitoka.
Yes.
Nikakuja Masaini, nikaolewa huko.
Okay. Okay. Unajua hiyo wakati wa kitambo hiyo kuingiana ile intermarriage kidogo ilikuwa ni shida. Sasa wewe ilikuwaje?
Nilikuwa kwa kazi, unajua ya Mungu mingi. Kwanza nikushukuru.
Yes.
Sababu ya Mungu ndiye alisema mimi nitakuja Masaini. Na kwa hiyo huko na nikakaa vizuri. Sababu ukiona nimekaa basi nimekaa vizuri.
Umekaa mzuri mama.
Na furahia hiyo sana. Kwa maisha yangu tulikuwa watu unajua wa Masai wa shukani.
Yes.
Hiyo kazi ndio tulikuwa tunafanya. Ya kusunga. Kuna kulima kule.
Wakati ulioleka kule sasa.
Wakati ulioleka kule. Na unajua wale nilitoka tulikuwa watu tulikuwa tunalima. Kuja hapa kuna kulima ni kushunga.
Ni kuchunga sasa. Maisha ukaona imekuwa.
Unaona imebadilika, lakini Mungu akaniwezesha.
So kwako ilikuwa rahisi ama ni ngumu?
Ilikuwa ngumu. Lakini Mungu alikuwa pamoja na mimi.
Na tena pia hata chakula.
Hata chakula ilikuwa ngumu.
Imebadilika huko Wakikuyu mnakula githeri. Ukienda kule maziwa na nyama. So ukaje ukapata kijana?
Nikapata kijana wangu. Alikuwa makosa. Kijana wangu. Yaani lakini mbeleni niko na
wasichana wawili.
Sasa nikakuja nikapata kijana. Na akakuwa kijana. Nusu alitoka akiwa mtoto break kabisa. Sasa vika tulikaa. Huyu mtoto miaka yake kimchika akiwa na miezi 5. Unaweza kusema ni mtoto anaenda anatembea. Kwa kimunia. Akakaa hivyo na akakuwa hivyo. Huyu kijana siku saa akiwa hivi.
Hakuwa na ulemavu.
Hakuwa na ulemavu. Alikuwa tulikaa sababu alikuwa na mwili akakojeka limuni. Tukamkupikisha hospitali. Hospitali ilikuwa mbali. Tukaenda na mguu na usiku tukaenda hospitali. Tukampeleka hospitali bila tuliamusa daktari. Tuliamusa daktari kama alikuwa amefungwa. Kama alikuwa mlevi. Akamweka sindano. Unajua hiyo sindano watoto walikuwa wa kuduga walikuwa wamefanyika kali. Sasa alimuruga vibaya. Na siku hiyo saa hiyo tukimpeleka alikuwa nyuma mtoto anasimama na jaribu kutembea. Ile alikuwa hiyo sindano huyo usiku sikulala. Alikuwa mgonjwa. Sasa maisha yake ilianzia hivyo. Mimi alinirudisha nikaambia daktari sijui mtoto anaendelea ile sindano imemruka. Imebura. Kulala. Wakaniambia wasa hiyo mjinga yako. Wenda tafuta shilingi umkande na hiyo shilingi. Sasa nikawanya hivyo sikuwa na wasiwasi. Nikawanya hivyo. Kwa nyumbani mtoto anaendelea na huko kwa kulikuwa ndani ya msituni kabisa. Kupata hospitali nyingine. Sasa tukajaribu kumkata hivyo kumwiti wa Masai nini. Sasa na kwa semekana mguu haiwezi kushikana tena. Sababu sisi alibuka hivi. Hiyo mguu ikaendelea hivyo.
Mpaka sasa.
Anatembea
kukroli.
Sasa kutembea na magoti. Ile alitembea karibu miaka 5. Mpaka karibu miaka 5. Sasa tukaona afadhali mtoto atapitia shule. Sababu shule ndio itamsaidia. Ana nguvu ya kulima, ana nguvu ya kushunga. Sasa hiyo ndio itamsaidia. Akaenda shule. Lakini mtoto pili alikuwa yani ni mguu tu unaona ni hiyo mguu ndio imeenda. Lakini kwa kichwa yake ile maneno alikuwa ananielezea hiyo mama yake. Tukikaa hivi tuongee naye, tukikaa hivi tuongee naye. Alikuwa wa maono, alikuwa anaona vitu vingi sana. Ameenda mpaka akatengeneza ndege yake. Na anatengeneza vitu. Unaona ni kama ni mtoto. Yani kichwa yake ukaona si kama ya kawaida.
Na hiyo ilikupatia
alimea akiwa na uelevu sijui ule.
So hiyo ilikufanya kama mama ukasikiaje?
Inaniweka nguvu kabisa. Nikasema hata akiwa mguu imekaa hivi Mungu atamfungua sababu akaona maono mengi. Kama hata ni kulima siku hiyo alipata hii mashuma ananilimia. Anachukua jembe hata saa hiyo akienda nyumbani atachukua jembe na
anaenda shambani.
Sasa niliona ni mwenye bidii. Kwa hiyo yote akasoma na bidii, akaona masomo yake ndio itamsaidia na Mungu akakuwa pamoja na yeye. Kwa hiyo yote nimefurahia Mungu sababu huyu mtoto wangu vile alikuwa mtu mzima. Akafanya makazi yake, akatoka shule, akapata pesa. Kutoka wazazi wake na baba yake. Sasa nikikuelezea nikwambie ametununulia gari. Akanunulia baba yake. Tukitaka kwenda pale tunaenda na gari. Kwa hiyo kwa hii ile tuliona ati mtoto atakuwa mtu wa watu. Sasa tuko na gari anatulinda. Hatuna tabu yoyote. Na anatupenda. Na hata hao watoto wake, hata bibi yake walikuja wakakaa, wanatupenda yote wote. Sasa tunashukuru Mungu kwa hiyo yote. Kwa hiyo maisha ya David Kwa hivyo.
Oh, hiyo ni amazing. Hiyo ni amazing story yake. So kwa pengine wazazi ambao wako na watoto ambao ni walemavu, ujumbe wako, ama pia hata kwa mtoto ambaye ni mlemavu kwa sasa hivi, ujumbe wako kwa kifupi?
Ujumbe wangu ni kumwambia kile mwenye mama kuna mlemavu, ujue Mungu ametenda nini mtoto wako hivyo. Wewe ujaribu pia utafanya na utokeshe, umuonyeshe ako hivi, na hata Mungu hata watu watakubeba pia mtoto wako usimvishe. Hakuna utoe kwa nyumba,
aonekane,
utangaze, ajulikane, upate usaidizi, utapata usaidizi.
Na kwa wale wana ulemavu,
ninawaambia usikube moyo, sababu ulemavu si akili. Na ulemavu hata ikiwa ni mgumu, hata siku hizi ni mzuri, sababu unapewa kama hiyo UNICEF unaenda na baada ya kazi yako unatakikana ukae ukiwa mtu kama mimi, niko na mwili yote, lakini ujue wewe ni mtu na mimi ni mtu.
Yes.
Na hiyo roho nayo ndio niko nayo. Na kukupa ni mara moja tu. Kama nikiwa mimi na miguu na nini, sina roho mbili. Niko na roho moja kama hiyo yako.
Kweli kabisa.
Ukae ukiwa wewe unakaa kama vile Mungu amekuweka. Na utosheke na hiyo.
Na hata kwa wale ambao pia wako sawa, unajua huwa tunasema kwamba hujaumbika kabla hujafa. Chochote kinaweza kufanyika by the way. Kwa sababu kama huyu ulimzaa akiwa sawa na kufikia wakati fulani akapata ulemavu. So kwa watu wengine pia kitu chochote kinaweza kufanyika. Lakini hata kikifanyika ni kwamba kama hujalemaa katika akili yako, kuna mambo mengi sana unaweza kufanya. Kwa hivyo mama, sisi tunashukuru sana kwa kuja katika haya mazungumzo. Tumefurahi. Pia tunashukuru kwa kazi ambayo ulimfanyia, hukumficha, ulimsaidia, na ndio huyu kwa sasa hivi ni kiongozi, si kwako tu peke yako, bali haja kusaidia wewe peke yako na jamii yako, ni ambaye amesaidia hata ulimwengu mzima, kwa sababu muangalie sasa akiwa mbunge wa East Africa, Afrika Mashariki, tunaona anafanya kazi kubwa sana, na kule pia anazidi pia kutetea haki na maslahi ya ambao wana ulemavu pia, na kando ya hivyo pia anatetea haki na pia maslahi ya Wakenya kwa jumla na Afrika Mashariki kwa jumla. So unaona huyo ni kiongozi mkubwa sana.
Ukae ukiwa umetoseka na yenye unapata. Sababu Mungu wako, yani utapata tu. Utoseke.
Wamama ndio mko na kura. Kwanza wanasemekana wamama wanapiga kura vizuri sana. Mwaka wa 2027 ndio hii inakuja. Mmejipanga aje kama wamama wa huko community?
Hiyo sasa ya makura ya nini? Siwezi kukuelezea sababu mimi sijui.
Mtajua vile mtafanya. Lakini serikali imefanya kazi nyumbani kule, serikali kwa jumla, serikali ya William Samoei Ruto. So asante sana kwa kuja. Mungu azidi kuwabariki.
Na mimi hata mimi nimesema asante sana. Mubarikiwe.
Asante. Today, like I had told you, that we went to visit Yala Member of Parliament, that is Honorable David Ole Sankok. Tuko katika ofisi yake sisi kama The Citizens Mic podcast, na tulikuwa tumefanya mazungumzo na yeye kuhusiana na maisha yake, kuhusiana na kazi yake, na we are quite fortunate that tumekutana pia na ndugu yake hapo, ambaye pia tunataka tuzungumze tu mawili matatu tu kuhusiana na mheshimiwa. So karibu sana, unaweza tuambia jina lako and then now tuingie katika mazungumzo.
Asante sana dada yangu.
Yes.
Kwa majina ni Jackson Sankok. Ama Ole Sankok.
Jackson Ole Sankok.
Jackson Ole Sankok.
Yes. Is it Sankok ama ni Sankok? Sankok,
Yes.
Unatoka sehemu gani?
Natoka sehemu za Narok. Upande wa Melili Kwa sababu Narok ni county. Sasa nimetoka ward ya Melili.
Oh, Melili ward.
Sehemu hiyo tu ya Narok. Yes.
Ndugu yake mheshimiwa ametuambia by the way kwamba yeye hakuzaliwa hivyo. Unajua watu wengi huku nje wao wanadhania kwamba wakiona mtu kama ana ulemavu wanadhania kwamba yule alizaliwa vile, lakini hata mimi mwenyewe nimeshtuka sana akisema kwamba alipata ulemavu kutokana na I think should I call it negligence of the doctor or what?
Hiyo sasa ndio imemsababisha apate hiyo ulemavu. Alikuwa mgonjwa akiwa na miaka nafikiri 12.
Yes.
Sasa ndio akapelekwa hospitali. Sasa wakaenda wakamwamusha daktari, mama ndiye alimpeleka na mzee. Sasa nafikiri daktari aliamka na usingizi ama sijui nini. Ndio akamdunga, ndio sasa akakuja kupata hiyo affection ya ulemavu.
Nikuulize kwa sababu wapo watu wengi sana nasikia pia wakisema kwamba hiyo negligence ya madaktari imewasababishia hasara kubwa, wengine hata na maafa na mambo kama yale. Nyinyi wakati alipata ulemavu kutokana na kutowajibika kwa daktari, kuna hatua yote mlichukua pengine?
Hatukuchukua hatua nyingine kwa sababu wazee ni watu ambao walikuwa na kazi yao ni kuchunga, hawakusoma. Wazazi wetu hawakusoma. Sasa hawakufuatilia sana. Lakini alikuja kutafutwa na au masamaria mema, ndio akapelekwa sasa hospitali. Akaenda kufanywa operation hiyo nini mguu. Akawekwa shule hapo hao nini ya
walemavu. Baadaye ilibidi akapelekwa kwa shule.
Akapelekwa kwa shule ya watu walemavu. Sasa ndio alianza elimu yake kutoka hiyo nini. Sasa hii nini yake, hii shida yenye alipata ni kama baraka. Kwa sababu tulikuwa pamoja, yeye ndiye aliingia yeye ndiye aliingia shule mbele yangu. Kwa sababu ya hii ulemavu wake. Sasa alienda kufanywa operation, akawekwa hiyo shule ya AIC kule Kajiado. Wakati huo hatukuwa na hizo mashule ya watu walemavu pale Narok.
So akaenda kulala shule.
Sasa akaenda hiyo shule ilikuwa bodi. Sasa ndiye alianza shule yake kutoka hapo, akaendelea mpaka baadaye ndiye alirudi sasa akiwa tu mtu mzima kuja upande wa Narok.
Wapo wazazi wengi sana by the way watoto wao wakiwa na ulemavu huwa wanawaficha. Sijui kwenu kulikuwa aje? Wanawaficha, unapata kwamba mtoto hawezi kwenda shule, mtoto hawezi kupata msaada because amefichwa kwa sababu ya ile stigma ile katika community.
Kuna hiyo. Wazazi wengi huwa wanaficha, hata wengine saa zingine unakuta wanaua. Wapea ile cholesterol ile.
Yes.
Na tumbako nini.
Yes.
Sasa nafikiri huyu alikuwa tu na bahati kutoka kwa Mwenyezi Mungu. Kwa sababu hakupitia hiyo, hakuuawa, hakufichwa. Alikuja kutafutwa nyumbani. Sasa ndio akachukuliwa, sasa akaenda akapelekwa sasa shuleni. Sasa yeye alikuwa na bahati. Kwa sababu wengi wao waliuawa. Wamepewa hizo matumbako nini, tunasikia tu kwa historia kwa sababu mwenyewe
hujashuhudia hata
lakini nimekuta hiyo history.
Yes.
Kwa sababu ulemavu inaleta shida, sasa ni kama imemfunga huyo
mzazi
bila kwenda kazi zingine. Inakuwa mzigo kwake. Sasa badala ya kukaa kuwa mzigo kwake, namna ya kumuua.
Na watu wengine pia wanaiona kama ni inaitwa aje, ni kasi, ni laana fulani kuwa na mtoto yuko na ulemavu.
Lakini wakati huu sasa wamekuja kugundua hata hao wako na baraka.
Yes.
Kwa sababu sasa huyu kwetu nyumbani enyewe ni mlemavu. Lakini akili ameshinda wale ambao hawana ulemavu yeyote ya mwili. Kwa sababu tumelelewa pamoja, tumezaliwa pamoja. Baba yangu na baba yake ni tumbo moja. Sasa naye mama yake alikuwa akienda kutafuta chakula mahali pengine, kwa sababu alikuwa anaenda mbali kutafutia. Mama yake akituacha tunanyonya mama yangu sisi wote wawili. Na mama yake na mama yangu akienda tunanyonya
bado huku kwingine.
Sasa tulilewa namna hiyo.
Yes.
Sasa ikawa saa hizi ametushinda hata, na kwa sababu sisi tuko na miguu na nini, hatuna ulemavu.
Yes.
Saa hizi hata sisi tukiwa nyumbani yeye ndio tunategemea.
Yani tegemeo katika jamii mzima hata.
Na samani alikuwa ni mtu wa bidii kutoka samani. Kwa sababu unakuta tulikuwa tunaenda kulima, tulikuwa tunaenda kama kilomita 6 ama 7 kwenda kufanya kazi ya mikono. Tulikuwa tunaenda tunafanya kibarua, tunaenda kulima sisi wenyewe, na yeye alikuwa anaamuka kama tukipanga tutaanza kazi ya shamba saa 2, yeye anaamuka mapema zaidi kitu saa 10 ya usiku. Mimi nakuta tu akiwa shambani
bado akiwa na ulemavu.
Alikuwa tu baada anafanya kazi hata akiwa na hiyo ulemavu. Naye alikuwa anatengeneza tufitu fani mpaka tuna ndege alikuwa anatengeneza, ilikuwa ina taa juu
inarudi chini.
Unasikia? Alikuwa anafanya research ya hizi mahabs ya traditional. Alikuwa anachanganya madawa akiwa mdogo. Yenyewe kusema kweli kichwa yake ni machinery.
Kutoka kitambo
kwa mtoto.
Yes. Na sasa ukiangalia katika tuseme tu ile personality yake yeye, kama after kupata ulemavu, kuna vile personality yake ilibadilika. Na tena nikitaka pia kujua, ama mtazamaji pia akitaka kujua kwamba Sankok ni mtu wa aina gani kando na hizi kamera zenye sisi tuko hapo. Unajua sasa wewe ni ndugu yake, huwezi tudanganya. Yes.
Sasa huyu ndugu yangu huwezi saa hizi dhania ni yeye ndio ni ule mtu wa zamani venye alikuwa zamani. Kwa sababu zamani alikuwa na shida mingi, kwa sababu hata ngozi ya ng'ombe ndiyo alikuwa analalia, ndio tulikuwa tunalalia. Nyumba yetu ya nyasi ilikuwa ni nyumba ya nyasi, imeezeshwa na nyasi. Unasikia? Amepitia mambo yote ya traditionally. Kama sisi wao wengine ama wale wa Masai wote, hakuna kitu ameiacha. Amemaliza hizo ni yote ya traditional ya Kimasai. Yeye amekaa, na hata wakati amekuja sasa kuendelea hakutuacha nyuma, ama hakuacha wale wengine marafiki wake. Unakuta saa hizi wale vijana wenye walilelewa pamoja nini, akiandanga nyumbani, akitoka safarini, wote wanakuja kusanyika huko na kuongea maneno ya zamani, vile maisha ile maisha yenye walikuwa wamepitia.
Okay. Na kwa mfano sasa, wakati alishapata cheo hichi ambayo amekuwa akifanya, pengine katika sehemu ambao mnatoka, maendeleo kama yepi hivi amefanya? Because wapo viongozi ambao wanachaguliwa, wanateuliwa katika sehemu zao, alafu wakiingia hapa mjini hivyo ndio wamesahau kabisa.
Sasa ya kwanza amejua kuna walemavu pia na bado watakuwa. Unasikia?
Yes.
Amejenga shule mingi sana ambayo ya watu walemavu, kwa sababu ameongeza ile ya Kijabe. Amejenga huko nyumbani ingine inaitwa hapo karibu na mbele ya Suswa kidogo. Amejenga pia Lulonga. Kuna mahali ya Kibori inaitwa Poroko. Amejenga mahali mingi sana ya watu walemavu. Pia ametuundia barabara. Yeye hana pesa ya barabara, lakini ametutetea kutoka serikali na tukajengewa mabarabara, mashule. Ameleta mabadiliko mingi sana katika jamii upande wa watoto nyumbani. Alafu kuna watoto kuwa anawapea sponsors. Amewasomesha wengi
Oh, hiyo ni kazi nzuri sana. Na sasa katika eneo la kwenu hapo hivyo, nani mbunge?
Sasa mbunge wa kwetu, kwa sababu kwetu ni Narok North, ni mama anaitwa Agnes Pareyo. Sasa ndio mbunge wetu wa Narok North. Sababu sisi ni watu wa Narok North.
So watu wa Narok mnasema tutamu ama wantamu?
Hapo sasa hapo sisi bado tuko ndani ya serikali. Bado sasa hivi tuko ndani ya serikali.
Yes, mko ndani ya serikali.
Bado tuko ndani ya serikali kabisa. Lakini hatujui ya kesho, hatujui ya nini. Kufikia saa hizi bado tunatetea serikali na tunaunga mkono.
Hii maneno ukisikia ati kumefanyika nini, nyinyi hamko?
Sisi hatupo.
Mkisikia masuala ya maandamano, watu wanaandamana kuhusiana na mafuta, watu wanaandamana kuhusiana na karantini ile inajengwa kule na nyuki, nyinyi hamko?
Sisi hatupo, kwa sababu hata naye upande wa kwetu ni Highland. Watu wako busy, hapo ndio viazi vinatokanga, hapo ndio inatoka. Sasa hata ukienda kumuuliza mtu habari ya siasa, hajui, kwa sababu wako busy na kazi zake.
Lakini si ni muhimu pia mkihusika, kwa sababu kama kiongozi hapa amehusika katika masuala ya uongozi na unaona anajaribu kusaidia, na nyinyi wengine
si tuko nyuma yao.
Okay. So katika boma yenu kuna mwanasiasa mwingine?
Huyu ndio amekuwa wa kwanza. Na nafikiri watakuja kuwa wengi, kwa sababu wameona wenyewe huyu ataelekeza wengine.
Amewapa vijana, kunao vijana ambao wanawapatia ile mentorship
kuingia, ambao unaona wenyewe baadaye watakuja kuwa viongozi wa kesho kupitia hiyo upande nini ya siasa.
Kwa mtazamaji ambaye kwa sasa hivi anakutazama hapa kwenye hii televisheni yetu, pengine unamwambia nini aswa kwa wale watu ambao wana watoto walemavu na vile vile kwa viongozi wetu wa nchi?
Nataka kuwaambia hivi, mtu mlemavu ni kitu ambayo imeletwa na Mwenyezi Mungu. Lakini kila mtu ataanza kuwa mlemavu, kwa sababu hata utazaliwa ukiwa sawa, alafu baadaye uwe mlemavu.
Kweli.
Ulemavu ile mbaya ni ulemavu ya kichwa. Ya akili. Lakini kama hauna ulemavu ya akili, basi uyuko mlemavu. Wewe sio mlemavu, kwa sababu kila kitu inatengenezwa na akili. Sasa nataka kuambia wasifiche watoto walemavu, wasiwapee hiyo tumbako wenye walikuwa wanapea zamani kuwaua, kwa sababu wameona enyewe mlemavu atakuja kuwa kiongozi, atakuwa daktari, atakuwa mwalimu, atakuwa mtu yeyote muhimu katika jamii hii.
Na kwa viongozi wetu,
kwa viongozi pia nataka kuwaambia washikilie, support hao walemavu, wawapee haki yao na tena awatetee.
Asante sana. Asante sana kwa kuja. Nimefurahi sana kufanya mazungumzo na wewe.
Asante pia.
Okay, asante.